Hello, Hannah the Suburban Witch here, and today we are taking a look at the Seasons of the Witch Lammas Oracle. This is by Lorriane Anderson and Juliet Diaz, illustrated by Tijana Lukovic. I have unboxed a few of these ones in the series before because this is a series. The Seasons of the Witch Oracle is a series going through the Wheel of the Year. This one is the Lammas Deck. Personally, that's my personal fave. There is also the unbox deck. And then the fluffiest of them so far has been the Letha deck. And I'm excited to see what this one brings as well. I don't have all of them, but I will. So this one is actually the 7th deck in the series. And there are 44 cards in this deck. So Lammas is usually celebrated on the 1st of August, the horse's birthday, for those in the northern hemisphere, and the 1st of February for those of us in the southern hemisphere. Love that we're using paper. All right, so we can sort of start to see the theme. We have gold edging, and it is is it gold? No, it's not. Are you gold? Are you green? Greeny gold? What do you think? That's green, right? That's green. Gold, green, gold, green. I think it's gold, but with the back of the cards being green, I think it gives it a green hint when I sort of fan it out a little bit. So like green, gold. Don't quote me on the color. Why is it so hard? I'm pretty sure it's green. Green, gold. All right. Enough. Shall we just jump straight into the flip through? I'm just going to flip through them. I'll put on some fancy music and then we can talk about it after. If there are any cards that you want to see a closer up view of, if you want to see what the guidebook says specifically for that card, just send me a comment. I will do a little short video of just that one and tag you in it. If you've watched one of my unboxings of this deck before, you might know this is coming. Remember at the start when I said it's the 1st of August for the Northern Hemisphere, but the 1st of February for the Southern? Putting the zodiac sign for only the Northern Hemisphere just deletes half the world. Like, this makes no sense for me, being a Southern Hemisphere witch. So that bothers me. Alright, so I just had a full flick through. The main one I don't like is the Leo one. I just want to piff those cards out. The rest of it, it looks really nice. The artist, Tijana Lukovic, excellent, amazing. She does a glorious job every single time. It's giving Mabon vibes, which kind of makes sense. It's similar sort of aspect. The color scheme is similar as well. It's cozy. It's nice. There's obviously the element of bread in there. I mean, the very first card is bakery, and this is one of the harvest festivals, and it's one associated with baking bread. All of the cards in these decks are, the card stock remains the same. It is easy to shuffle both horizontally, even though it's slightly big, and also vertically. It's actually probably a bit easier to shuffle vertically. Oh, I say that as one jumps out at me. Again, it's a little bit easier to shuffle vertically if you're focusing on what you're doing and not trying to maintain eye contact with a camera lens. All right, let's do a little reading, okay? Let's just look at, for myself, some advice for this weekend. Coming fall. All right. Obviously you don't have to use these decks when it's that specific time of year, but it is quite funny because it's, as I'm filming this, it's like the middle of spring. So coming of fall is card numero 7, number 7. And it says, still time to harvest, last push, preparation for success. Let the spark of hope within you ignite and never cease, for it is never too late to manifest your dreams. Lammas marks the first of 3 harvests together with Mabon and Samhain. While summer is beginning to wane and with it the growing season, there is still plenty of time to plant, nourish and grow fruits and vegetables to take well into autumn. You've pulled this card because all is not lost and you can work towards your goals. You know what? This actually really resonates because it's October. And normally I do planting for spring in September. And I missed that window because I was overseas and it's just been a bit hectic. There's been school holidays. I missed my normal planting window for the spring. So this actually makes a lot of sense to literally be like, you still have time to plant. I love that. Wonderful. Even if you've not been successful up to this point, there's still time to turn things around and use your past experiences to your advantage. This is your second chance, your moment to say yes, even when you want to throw in the towel. Receiving this card is your confirmation that it's not too late. Your age, level of experience, or the breadth of your mistakes are not reasons to wither away without experiencing the joy of seeing your desires manifested. So obviously it doesn't have to be taken as literally plant the plants, but I am actually taking it that way. Whether you'd like to start a new business or breathe life into an existing one, entertain a second career or embrace a fresh relationship, there is still so much to give. Ultimately, this card is your soul's plea not to give up because you're almost there. And then it has journaling prompts for this one. Journaling is a powerful tool, yada yada. Consider these journaling prompts. What factors contributed to it going wrong? What steps can you take to prevent similar mistakes? What skills or resources do you need to help you move forward? Etc. So with some of these cards, they've got, let's see what other things we've got in here. We have a self-forgiveness practice, knowing the source prompts, a protection simmer pot. I think each one has a simmer pot. Juliet likes a simmer pot. And then we have, are there any spells or anything? Invoke your words poetry exercise. Reconnect with your soul gratitude practice. Oh, and a spell. Facing the weeds within meditative spell. So there's a few cool witchy things in there. I think the color scheme is interesting. This green and gold, but it's like this darker green. And then it doesn't really feel like it matches with the colors on the opposite side. I kind of expected like the cover, right? Reds and oranges as we harvest everything, and yellows for like bread. So the green was a surprise. It's not a bad thing. It's a nice color green. I love the color green. It just feels a little brighter here than the muted tones of this side, if that makes sense. Overall, I love these decks. I'm collecting all of them because I love them and they're useful and they read well, as you have just seen. Let me know your thoughts. Will you be getting this deck? Are you collecting them all? Or did you try one and not like it? I would love to hear. Also, once a month, I do a pick a card reading to those on my email newsletter list. So it's called Witch Weekly. It's easy to find on my website. I've got the link below. And once a month, you get an email that'll have 3 cards. You pick your card and then you scroll down and figure out what it means. This showcases a lot of the decks that you see here on my YouTube channel being used and put into practice. B, it gives you a little vibe for if you like the way my readings go when I read for someone else. I'm not writing what's in the guidebook. It's a reading from my heart and my intuition. I get so many replies to those emails just being like, oh my God, this is so on point. Even for myself. So because I've written the email, I'm like, I know what the cards are. So I'll yell out to my daughter and be like, can you pick a number between 1 and 3? And the one she picks is always the one that is so absolutely what I need to hear in that moment, even though I just wrote it myself. It's very magical. So definitely jump onto that if you want a free mini reading from me via email once a month. I hope to see you there.